Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of the podcast. Today we're going to continue talking about the impeachment proceedings and kind of what's been going on. I'm going to give you some facts given Lieutenant Colonel Vindman's testimony yesterday, and then I'm going to move into a speculation part and how I think it all ties together. The question I'm asking you to ask yourself today is whether at the end of this you believe that the facts that I'm laying out back up the speculation part that I'm going to talk about as well. But that's something only you can answer, so sit back, buckle up, and let's get to it. So, yesterday in Colonel Vindman's testimony, we got some things that I think the Democrats maybe didn't want to hear. But let's go over the facts. Vindman told two people outside of the White House about the telephone call. One of them being George Kent. Okay, that kind of makes sense because he wasn't in on the phone call. But the second one was the suspected whistleblower. And we know that because he said he told an unnamed person in the intelligence community about this phone call. But Schiff gavelled him down when he tried to answer the question of specifically what body in the intelligence community did this person work in. Second point, Vindman did not tell his superior, Tim Morrison, about his concerns about the phone call. Not once. He told a lawyer and these other people. Next point about the whistleblower is that, and I'm sorry, I'm going to break here for a second and tell you I cannot say the name because YouTube will hard lock this video and nobody will get to see it. So I'm going to have to use the suspected whistleblower. So, the whistleblower went to Schiff's office before filing a complaint. Before filing a whistleblower complaint. Now, why does that matter? Well, he couldn't file a formal whistleblower complaint because the knowledge that he had was secondhand. He's going off what Vindman told him, so he can't file the complaint himself, and Vindman for sure is not going to file the complaint himself. Why won't he file the complaint himself? Because of what Tim Morrison just said in his testimony yesterday afternoon. Fiona Hill, who had Tim Morrison's position before him, had already had suspicions about Vindman's judgment. There were also suspicions in the NSC, as Tim Morrison testified, that Vindman may have been leaking things that he shouldn't have been. So those two coupled together means that Vindman's not going to go file a whistleblower complaint because he's going to get overlooked. They're just going to go, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, guy. So he goes and tells other people. Now, why would he tell this low-level staffer in the Intel Committee? That's what the suspected whistleblower is. He's just an employee over at the CIA, GS-13, which is one step below being a supervisor, but still not somebody worth telling. You might tell maybe a supervisor at the CIA if you have this problem. I could maybe see that, but they really don't have anything to do with this particular phone call or what's going on over there. So what does the whistleblower do? Again, he goes to Schiff's staff. Why? Because Schiff is the chairman of the Intel Committee. Meaning, if anyone could try to help out this suspected whistleblower, it's going to be him above anyone else. Anyone in the house that can help him, it's going to be him. Also, as previously stated, the suspected whistleblower is a low-level CIA employee. We got that. What is really fascinating about this person in general is that he was the point man for Biden in the Ukraine. So, here's where we move into the part where everything ties together, and I'm a little suspicious of this whole encounter that Vindman has with this guy. If Vindman doesn't know this suspected whistleblower personally, it seems that he would at least know about his involvement with Biden in the Ukraine at the time. So here's my opinion on it. Vindman hears this in the phone call, and he gets a little nervous because now the president is starting to ask questions about the Bidens in the Ukraine at the time and about Burisma. Vindman goes to the whistleblower because he knows that he was part of Biden in the Ukraine at the time. He knows he was the point man for him. He knows if this guy knows anything, it's going to be very bad for all of them. So he goes to him and says, hey, the president's starting to ask questions. He's pressuring the Ukraine right now. He wants to know what happened. The whistleblower goes, oh, well, I better do something real quick to cover my ass because I don't want this getting out. This can go all the way back to me. This is going to go, and who knows, does it go further back than just Biden? I don't know. That's pure speculation. But at the very least, the whistleblower is going, this implicates me and I don't like this. So he goes to Schiff's office and says, hey, we got a problem here because president's asking these questions about Biden's in the Ukraine, and I'm part of that. I was there. This doesn't look good. Like something's going, if he gets to the bottom of this, maybe something bad is going to happen. Schiff hears about this, and what does he do? Well, people at Schiff's office, they most likely tell the whistleblower, hey, you need to go file a complaint, like now. And he says, well, I can't because this is secondhand knowledge. I'm hearing it from someone else. So they rush to change the whistleblower complaint documents so that it can add secondhand knowledge or hearsay. So the whistleblower is at this point freaking out and he has to file a complaint. Well, what does that complaint turn into? You guessed it. The entire impeachment inquiry right now that we're in is because this guy is under a big CYA job. He's just trying to cover his ass. He knows something happened over there and he does not want anyone to get to the bottom of it. Now again, this is my personal opinion given the facts of specifically who Vindman told. It would make sense to me why he would tell that person that and that this would be the logical occurrence of events. But again, that's up to you to decide for yourself. Thanks for riding along, guys. Until next time, see you later.